Okay guys, so as you can tell by the title, there's been a advancement on the whole situation with my 135i. Firstly, the video before this was me essentially saying my problems and saying how I've been treated. This video is going to be quite in depth with regards to how I took the comments on that video, what I've done going forward. I've been put on hold for almost an hour. I've been phoned up by my sales place very aggressively. Passive aggressive. It's currently Tuesday. This should be coming out on the same day. I started the whole thing on Friday. Still had no correspondence, so it is proof that the customer service has been absolutely shocking. So let's start from the start, then we'll make our way up to the present day. It's getting a bit stressful now. If they haven't replied to me by tomorrow, I am sadly going to have to take it further because this is getting ridiculous. But anyway, if you do enjoy, like and subscribe. I didn't want it to turn out like this. This was not my intention, but clearly they don't care. So if you didn't see the previous one, I had a long list of issues on my brand new car, which I was essentially told you've got to wait a month and a half, even though I booked it in a month after having the car. So the waiting time was more than the time I actually had the car. They said, listen, you got to wait. There's a long waiting list, all that kind of stuff. It was a pain. And then I put it on the channel and everyone's response, not everyone's, but pretty much everyone was saying, reject the car, reject the car. If they've done that to you after a month, imagine what they'll do after a year, 2 years, when there's more problems, bigger problems. And it got me thinking. As I said, that wasn't my intention with like bringing the issues up or making the video. I just wanted to let people know I'm always open and honest. When things are good, I let you know. When things are bad, I let you know. And this is unfortunately something bad. I'm literally just saying how I've been treated, me personally. I'm not saying this will be how you're treated, but yes, just take it how you will. So after I'm in and ahhing loads, I thought, do you know what? The comments are right. Like, it's been a month and I'm already being treated like a... It's a first world problem. I get it. I understand some people don't really see where I'm coming from, but I've got a long list of issues which have actually grown since the last video. This car is literally falling apart. Again, some things are tiny, some things are an issue, but it's a brand new car. I shouldn't have any issues. And if I do have issues, they should be rectified and not sent to the back of the queue. But we'll talk about that, because that phone call that I was saying, the passive aggressive one, yeah. We'll get into that, but firstly we'll start off with the problems. I'll glaze over it. As I said, the main stuff is in the other video. The rear left speaker is static, the rear right speaker is static. I've got a vibration in my door every time I go round a roundabout. The rear right door rattles. The crash detection light keeps coming on, which means it essentially doesn't work. The sound insulation on my driver's door sounds like the window's always down. There's no sound insulation at all. I was told that is just a part of the car, but obviously my friend has got the same car, tried it in his car, it's completely fine. So it's not a part of the car, it's an issue. Again, these might be tiny issues, there might be big issues, but an issue is an issue, and I shouldn't be A, lied to, which again, we'll get onto in a second, and B, just fix it. It's not, I don't know. When I start the car from cold, there's a slight shake, almost like the flywheel's on its way out. Obviously, the flywheel isn't on its way out, but that's the only way I could describe it as. Now, that was in the last video. I've had a few more issues since then. I believe there's an exhaust leak, and the reason I say that, if you watch the channel, you know I've had loud cars, I've had fun cars, I've had fast cars. I understand what a loud cold start is, but there's a rattle, there's a slight noise, almost like it's coming from the center section, which shouldn't be there. I might be overthinking it, but my dad said the same thing. It's like, it doesn't sound 100% right. I understand obviously cold start, it's got to warm up the cats, I understand that. It just sounds a little bit too like shaky. I might be wrong. Listen, I'm not coming here saying the car's shit, take it back, but I do have these issues or questions that I want answering. There's a creaking from the center console, which only happened once. So I'm not really going to go into it, but if it comes up again. The Apple CarPlay doesn't always link to the car, so it comes up on the screen, but then you can't skip the songs on the buttons or anything. First world problem, I know, but that's the infotainment system at the end of the day. It should work, especially on a 2024 car. And then the front right wheel has almost got like a bearing noise. Obviously, it's not a bearing. Well, it could be, but I'm 99% sure it's not a bearing. It's a brand new car. Again, that's the only way I can describe the noise. That's how it sounds. So, that's the issues. I sent an email on Friday, essentially. So I phoned up customer service. I was like, do I actually have a leg to stand on? Because I started this all within 30 days. I've been sent to the back of the queue. I'm not happy. Is there an option to hand the car back? I was like open-minded, but I was just hearing my options, and they said, yeah, if you want to, we can help you with that. I will say the customer service side of it have been insane. They've been so good to me. My retailer and financial service so far have let me down. That's not me slandering, that's not me trying to cause problems, that's just me saying my experience. Customer service has been 10 out of 10 from the actual customer service team, not everyone else. So I was at work on Friday, the whole day passed, and the more I was thinking about it, the more I was thinking about them comments saying, if this is happening after a month, what's going to happen after a year, etc. And I was like, yeah, they are right. So I decided to start the whole process of handing the car back. I sent a very long email. Well, it was long compared to the one I sent the other day, but we'll get into that. I got a phone call from my retailer, and this is the passive-aggressive phone call that I was saying about. They were saying to me, I'm not allowed to hand the car back because it's not like roadworthy issues, which is a lie. If you know the channel, you know this isn't the first time I've been done over by a dealership, and I think that's kind of what swayed me to give up in a sense as well, because I know how this goes. I also know my friend's car has been in 3 or 4 times over the space of two or 3 weeks. I haven't got the time for that. I haven't got the energy for it. The whole point of this car is to be a stress-free car. If they can't fix the car on the first attempt for his, what's the odds they're going to fix it on the first attempt for mine? Back to the story. So they phoned me. I'm not saying names. I'm not saying anything. I'll just say what was said towards me at the end of the day. They said I'm not allowed to hand it back because it's like not a roadworthy issue. I said, listen, I'll stop you there. This isn't my first time. I'm not stupid at the end of the day. They didn't apologise, nor did they enforce their point. They moved on to the next point, which tells me it was a lie, and they tried to trick me. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm sure you'll give your thoughts in the comments. As I said, I'm just saying how I've been treated. I'm not trying to cause issues, but at the end of the day, I'm a customer who's now got a car, which I'm handing back. I haven't been told what refunds I get, because obviously I put a deposit down plus the finance payments. I'm approaching the second finance payment. And if I don't get the finance payments back, I don't want to pay the second one. I've started this process 2 weeks before my second payment. I just want to stress as well, I'm not handing this car back for like a financial thing. It's got nothing to do with the cash. It's nothing to do with that. I'm not happy with the car. I'm not happy with the customer service. And that's two things which are very important on a brand new car. But when it comes to the financial side, I'm not just going to throw away the second finance payment because they can't be bothered to pick it up. But anyway, we're getting off track. We'll get onto that. So she said about I can't hand it back. Then she moved on to the next point. Now, from memory, the next point was something along the lines of, well, we'll need to check over your car to see it's all as you say it is, and we haven't had a chance to check it over. Yes, that's the issue. You haven't taken the chance to check it over. I was there with my car on the same day. It's a half-an-hour drive to my retailer. So that's an hour round trip. You could have seen the car on that day, but no. You chose to push it back a month and a half. So you're saying that you haven't had a chance to see it. You haven't taken the chance. This is the part that really annoyed me or confused me. She said, Tom, if the waiting time's an issue, we can bring it forward. Sorry, not she, they. Sorry. They said, Tom, if the waiting time's an issue, we can bring it forward. I was explicitly told when I was there in person, I said, is there any way we can bring it forward as I've only had the car a month? They told me there is no way we can bring it forward. We are fully booked. But now there's an issue and you potentially getting the car back, you can bring it forward. Doesn't seem right to me at all, and it's just further evidence of the way I've been treated isn't fair. Because if you can do that now, why couldn't you do that at the start? And I replied, I said, listen, I appreciate what you're doing. If you did this to start, we probably wouldn't be in this position. But it's too little too late to put it blunt. She then said, they then said about my friend who's had the problems with their car. I don't really think that needed to be included in the phone call. Bear in mind, they phoned me, and it was essentially trying to gather why I want to hand the car back, but it's not actually their issue, which we'll get onto. But the last thing that was said in the phone call was that my friend was happy with collecting their car after coming backwards and forwards a few times. There was two things which I said to this. One, I don't want to come backwards and forwards a few times. And two, their car is still booked in to get the same problems fixed for the 4th time. That is not a happy customer. Like, don't try and trick me. I'm not stupid. I was really unimpressed with that phone call. And once I put the phone down, I was set. I was still on the fence. Oh, do I let them fix it? I love the car. I'm obsessed with the car. But after that unprofessional phone call, combined with the way that I've been treated like a second-class citizen, I know that's probably not the way to put it, because we're talking about very first-world problems here. But I think you all know what I mean. I've been treated like I'm not a first-time customer with a brand new car. Again, I'm not expecting to be put to the front of the queue. I understand these problems are somewhat small in the grand scheme of things, but I'm an unhappy first-time customer. As far as I'm aware in sales, I'm the customer you want to try and keep. I could bring 5 family members. I could bring, you don't know what I'm going to bring. So the way that I've been treated has now lost my business to that retailer entirely. And yeah, after that phone call, I was like, nah, I don't need this stress. I'm being spoken to like in a condescending way. I'm being lied to. It's not a good look, I'm afraid. It's really not a good look. Again, this might not happen for you. I'd hope you wouldn't even get any issues with your car. But I'd hope if you did, they'd be a bit more understanding. I don't know. So Saturday and Sunday passed. I understand they won't answer me on a Saturday, Sunday. People don't always work on a Saturday, Sunday. So then yesterday came around, the Monday, and I was like, still no response. So halfway through my working day, I was at work and I phoned them. And I've got the call log here, which I'll bring it up now as I'm speaking. I was on hold for a very long time. I'd had an answer from customer service. I'd obviously had the phone call with my retailer, professional or not, the phone call happened. So I'd had communication from both of them two. I just had one more left, financial service. They essentially own the car. They're gonna tell us all what the next steps are. So we're all waiting on financial service. There we go. I was on the phone for 47 minutes and 45 of them, maybe 44, were on hold. I was at work, I'm waiting for a response from them, and yet I'm chasing them up, trying to fix this problem. I shouldn't have to chase them up, but I am. I'm chasing them up, trying to fix it in my working day. That's the best part of an hour gone, trying to chase up a problem. I finally got through. I said, I've had an answer from the retailer, I've had an answer from customer service, we're just waiting on you for the next steps, the refund process, how I had my car in for it to get checked over and confirm what I've been saying, also confirm what the tech said when he came out in my car as well. But we'll get onto that, because I do think if and when they eventually take in my car, they're going to try and lie and they're going to try and make me keep the car, even though I had a tech come out in the car and confirm probably half of the problems, and the other half of them, he said, just quirks of the car, which, as I said, I've got my friend's car to compare to. They aren't quirks of the car, but I've got all that up my sleeve. I'm hoping once we eventually get through, it's a somewhat smooth process. I'm just expecting the absolute worst. So yeah, as I said, on hold for the best part of an hour. I got through, told them I'm waiting on you. Their response was, it's not us who deals with it. Phone your retailer. So I was on hold for an hour and I was told I was phoning the wrong people. I was a bit annoyed because my retailer told me to phone them and now I've got to phone them back. It was a pain. Straight on the phone to customer service. I was like, listen, I've just been sat on hold for an hour. I'm at work. I can't afford to sit on hold for another hour. Can you just tell me who I'm supposed to call rather than being sent from pillar to post? No, Tom. You're supposed to phone BMW Financial Service. So whoever answered the phone to me at Financial Service, I don't know if they didn't understand. Again, I'm being fair. I'm giving benefit of the doubt at every single step. But how many times do I have to give it? Maybe they didn't understand, maybe they got it wrong, but that was an hour of my day wasted, and again, lied to. Whether it was an accident or not, more lies. I've never experienced this, ever. I had to hand back a car last year because it had quite severe problems, and there was a bit of fighting, but they took it back. I haven't had a response from BMW Financial Service, and I think that is absolutely disgusting. As I said, my second finance payment is coming up. It's not about the payment as such, but if I'm not going to get that back, why do I have to pay it when I've already said I'm handing the car back? So I'm now waiting on them to sort this out, but I've got no words. So tomorrow I'm off work. I'm going to wait till about 1:30, 2. If I haven't even had an email from them, I will sit on hold for as long as it takes, and I will get the next process done, because this is absolutely ridiculous. I don't want to play the age card because I feel like that's a bit stupid, but when I see my friend who's older than me, he's being treated like a god. Obviously not like a god, but like, you understand what I mean. He's being treated so nice. How you'd expect to be treated. I can't even get a polite call back, an email back. I don't understand. Maybe I'm asking too much. I understand it's a pain for the dealership to have to take the car back, and this is not the route I wanted to go down. I've said that. I literally just feel almost trapped. It sounds crazy, but I almost feel trapped. Right now, I'm driving a car with issues that keep popping up every couple of days, sold from people who don't want anything to do with me. It's really not good. I'm really not impressed. I'm hoping, as I said, I'm hoping we get a bit more on track, and I'm hoping it's not going to stay like this forever. As I said, tomorrow, if I haven't heard from them, they will hear from me. I've sent them a very long email after the first email, essentially saying, listen, this isn't on. I've been as respectful as I can be, but you're clearly not respecting me. It's all just stressful, man. It's all just drama, and I need a car for work. I've got trips booked and plans, and I can't be up in the air thinking, am I going to have a car at this time? Am I going to have to get a taxi for work? It's not fair, you know. It's really not fair. I'd like a response, but we will see. You already know I'll be keeping the channel updated. I'm not doing this for drama. I'm not doing this for clicks, but it's my experience. I'm grateful I've got a small voice to show onto the channel. Hopefully someone will see it and go, listen, this is wrong. We'll help you through it. I just feel stuck at the moment, man. I feel absolutely stuck as a young person who got his dream attainable car. It's such an accomplishment, and it's just been a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. As I said, I'll keep you posted if and when I get an update. Bit of drama for the channel. I never show any form of negativity or drama on the channel. If you've watched for a long time, I make sure to never show any bad side of my life or the channel. I like to keep it as positive as I can, because no one wants to click on something bad. But as I said, I feel I've been treated very unfairly, and I want it to be online. So if you have enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. Hopefully the next update will be they took the car back quibble free, but I think we all know it's not going to be as simple as we would hope. Hopefully I'll see you again. Cheers.